Hey everyone, and welcome back. So I got a couple announcements that have come up. I know I'm sort of a couple days behind, so I'm sure most of you have already heard about most of these. So I'm just going to go through them actually pretty quickly, since I'm sure most of you have already heard most of the details already. But first up, coming August 17th, which is kind of funny, it's my birthday, is our next Vestron title. Yes, the line is definitely seems to be going to quite strong again, which is fantastic to see. So last time they had the announcement for The Wraith, which is now coming out in just a couple weeks, and now we have the next Vestron title, and that is the movie Sundown. If you've never seen Sundown, it's actually a really fun vampire film. It's got a great cast, including David Carradine and Bruce Campbell. And what's great about these new Vestron titles is, outside of the fact that they're releasing some of these new films, is the fact that the more recent ones are also a lot more affordable than the ones from a couple years ago. Those original releases were actually quite expensive. I think they retailed for like 40, and usually you'd find them for like 27, 28. But these new ones, I think right now, I think Sundown is actually on Amazon for like 12 or like $13 or something. So it is porting over all of the extras from the original DVD, which came out like years and years and years ago. But what's really cool is that Michael Felcher, who produced the extras for that DVD, didn't just take those extras and just slap them on the new release. He actually went back to the original files, because even though it was for DVD, he did film them in HD. So he created new HD files. So all the extras on this Vestron release are going to be in HD and not just standard def, upscale to HD. And Sundown is such a fun film, so I'm really, really happy that this is actually coming out. And I did hear that there are more Vestron titles in the works, so I'm really happy that the line is far from dead and we are indeed getting more movies. So next up are the Arrow releases for September. So I'm going to go through these real quick, because I'm sure most of you have already read or seen something about them, so I'm late on this video. So first up, a UK release, and that is the films of Olivier Essayist. I'm butchering that name, aren't I? Oh god, I hope it's not going to be another one of those days. And that comes with 4 of his films. So it's going to come with the movie Disorder, Winter's Child, Irma Vep, and Demon Lover. And again, that is a UK release, so that is going to be Region B. Next up, coming in the UK as well, so again, another Region B release, is the movie Walk on the Wild Side with Lawrence Harvey, Jane Fonda, and Barbara Stanwyck. Next up, coming to the US and Canada, so it's going to be Region A, is the film Legend, the Ridley Scott film starring Tom Cruise. This is getting a new limited edition, as this is going to be a Blu-ray only, not 4K, and there will be 2 different versions you can get. One, which is sort of the regular limited edition, which will have a new cover art on the box, and then there's going to be a limited edition that's going to be sold through Zavi only, which will have the original poster artwork on it. But other than that, the two sets, I believe, are completely identical. And this is going to have 2 cuts of the film. It's going to have the original US cut, and it's going to have the director's cut, which has been around. Now, the director's cut only exists, I think, in like one print version or something, but it is the one that was released. I think it was available actually on the last on the Universal Blu-ray. So I believe that will actually be identical to the existing version of that film. But the US cut on this release is going to have a new transfer, but this is something I'm not 100% sure. It looks like part of the film will not be coming from the negative. Like most of the film, I think, is getting transferred from the negative, but part of it does. I don't know if the negative just is missing or destroyed or what. I don't know. But I think that's part of the reason why it's not getting a 4K release, which is kind of a shame, because it's like, I don't know. I'm someone who, like, I'm not going to be that picky about certain elements not 100% matching or being up to par, as long as I still get the film in, sort of like the highest quality I can. So part of me, I admit, I was just like, I'd rather take like a 4K release where maybe parts of the film maybe are not as good quality as other parts, but I know not everyone's that way. Now, next up, however, coming to 4K, there's actually going to be 2 versions of this. This is a 4K release of Children of the Corn, which I'm very excited about. I love Children of the Corn, and the Blu-ray release of it looked so great, so I can only imagine what the 4K one is going to look like. So there are technically 2 versions. It just depends on where you live. So the US is getting the 4K release of the first Children of the Corn, and then there is a UK release that is going to have the 4K release of Children of the Corn, but also Children of the Corn 2 and 3. 2 and 3 will only be Blu-ray, and I believe they're going to be region B locked. So just something to take into consideration. And next up in the Arrow ones is the film Death Screams. It's been waiting to get a release for a long time. And not only is it getting a new Blu-ray release in the US, Canada, and the UK, it's also going to have actually 2 different covers to choose from. So there's going to be the limited edition Blu-ray, or the limited edition Blu-ray with an alternate slipcover. And the alternate slipcover version will be available from Arrow themselves in the UK or in the US. Diabolic will have it, Grindhouse Video will have it, as well as the Zavi US store will have it. And again, so overdue, so I'm really excited that this is finally getting a release. Next up, also coming to the UK, US, and Canada, is a Japanese film, The Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch. Silver-Haired Witch, let's see if I can pronounce it correctly. As I see that Arrow is still definitely dedicated to getting a lot of these Japanese films proper releases. And then finally, for the September releases for Arrow, is another box set. This one is also in the UK, US, and Canada. Cold War Creatures 4 films from Sam Katzman. This is a limited edition set which comes with all kinds of very, very cool extras, including a fully illustrated 60-page collector's book, and their books are always so great, as well as an 80-page collector's art book. And so it comes with the films Creature with the Atom Brain, The Werewolf, The Zombies of Moratau, and The Giant Claw. And each film has a new commentary track as well, and there's a couple interviews, so it looks like to be actually quite a nice box set. And again, those are their big September releases. I'm hearing some rumblings about their October ones, so which we'll find out next month. So we'll see what gets announced at the end of July. And then finally, what was just announced earlier today is Synapse has officially announced their releases of Demons 1 and 2, coming to both Blu-ray, Region A Blu-ray, as well as 4K. And this is going to be a limited edition set of 6,000. I think it's 6,000 each. So there's going to be a Blu-ray set and a 4K set, just like what Arrow did with their release. And Demons is going to have 2 cuts of the film, the longer international cut as well as the shorter US cut. It is porting over all of the extras from their previous Blu-ray, and it does have a couple new interviews as well. Same thing with Demons 2, it's porting over all of the extras from the previous Blu-ray, as well as a couple new interviews too. So as far as the technical specs go, you know, the question now is really, it's like for those of us who bought the Arrow set, like, well, what does this one offer that the Arrow set does outside of a couple extras that are not on the Arrow set? Now, for those of you who have not made the jump to 4K or who are Blu-ray only, living in the US, and obviously this is a big deal because now you can finally get the new versions on Blu-ray, and I'm sure they're going to look and sound fantastic. Or if you didn't already get the Arrow 4K, you can definitely get this one, which again, I'm sure they're going to look and sound fantastic. I love Demons. I think I mentioned before, it's one of the films that sort of introduced me to Italian cinema. So I did order the Synapse version as well, even though obviously I do have the Arrow one. So when this set does come out on October 19th, I don't think I actually said the date yet, it's set for October 19th. So when it comes in, I'll do a review of it so I can compare the 2 versions for those of you who are on the fence either way and just kind of wondering maybe which one to get. Or if you've already bought the Arrow one, you know, do you need to upgrade? So we'll find out, but if you definitely don't have Demons yet, I'm sure this set is going to be just really, really amazing. So just want to cover some of these releases real quick. Again, there's still more I need to get to, so it's like, I'm trying to catch up. So definitely let me know your thoughts on these, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.